everyone, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel and to another Vietnam vlog. If you guys haven't been following along, I am currently backpacking around Southeast Asia. We've already done Thailand and we are now in Vietnam. So far in Vietnam we have been to Hanoi, which is the capital, and we've also been to Ha Long Bay. So I'll link those videos below if you want to go check them out and follow along. But for today's vlog I'm coming at you from Hoi An, which is a city in central Vietnam. I'm pretty sure geography is not my strongest point, but I will show you on the map where it is. So we actually arrived here in Hoi An yesterday, but both of us were still not feeling that well because if you saw the previous vlogs, we have been quite ill recently actually. This vlog is going to be set here in Hoi An and also in Da Nang, and as you can see from the title, it's also going to be my birthday vlog because it's actually my birthday tomorrow. It doesn't feel like it at all.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
my birthday tomorrow. Today?
So we are just getting ready now and we're going to go out for some food. If you want to visit Hoi An, you've got to fly into Da Nang and then take either a taxi or a bus to Hoi An because it doesn't have its own airport. So that's what we did, and then tomorrow we're actually going to stay in Da Nang for one night just to make it easier because then we're closer to the airport. We have found somewhere to eat actually right next to our hotel. Luckily they had like a Western breakfast menu, so I've ordered, I think they called it an American breakfast, and Dylan has ordered a chicken sandwich. Also our hotel's really well situated, the river's right here. This isn't our hotel's next door. Can't believe Dylan's came and it's an actual proper piece of bread. Looks like a Warburton's loaf.
Thank God.
Never seen that out here. My American breakfast slightly missed the mark. I ended up with a baguette when Dylan has normal toast, but oh well, we'll try it. So lunch left a lot to be desired, if that's the right phrase. Now we're just having a walk through the town. Not gonna lie, it's so dead during the day, like there's literally no one here.
We're the only ones walking down the street.
It really comes alive at night time. We might have a little walk around, but we're probably going to go back to the hotel and rest and come out later when there's a bit more action going on.
We just feel like ass.
We just feel so ill. We're going to try this Highlands coffee, which I think is like the Starbucks of Vietnam, even though they do have Starbucks here, but this is a chain that we see everywhere. So we are in Highlands Coffee, having our first one. So we've both ordered iced coffee with chocolate. Don't know how it's going to be, but we'll find out. We ordered 2 cakes as well, and I ordered a little sandwich because, as you saw, I didn't really eat anything at the last place. Also, my nose is so red because I've got a cold. It's buzzing.
Like a restaurant thing, isn't it?
We've got to go collect it, I think. Here's our iced coffee with chocolate. Guessing this is going to be sort of like an iced mocha. Maybe give it a stir. What? Is it good?
It tastes like chocolate from home as well.
Does it?
Like dairy milk. It's
No
weird,
way.
Yeah.
I've got this chocolate mousse pudding thing.
Chocolate pearl.
I got a banana cake and my sandwich is over there in the microwave, I think. So this is my first time trying this. It's called banh mi and it's like a traditional Vietnamese sandwich. It's basically like, hang on, this is what they look like. They're basically like a baguette. I don't know if they're always this thin, but I went for the chicken one, so let's give it a whirl.
Better than your lunch, better than your breakfast.
10 times.
Good.
Our tour guide in Hanoi told us the same thing, that this banh mi is like one of the traditional dishes to try in Vietnam. I got the chicken and cheese one, but they also serve them plain or with pate. Fellow tourists have been spotted in Hoi An. We're not alone because there's just no one on the streets during the day. Wow, look how rough I look. Currently back at our hotel. We've just been resting for a little bit because, as you can see, I'm now completely full of a cold and I just feel pretty rubbish, so I'm just resting, and then when it gets dark we're going to head out and see like the lanterns and everything, because as I said earlier, Hoi An comes alive more at night time. There's not that much going on during the day. It is 20 to 7. We're about to head out now. Was going to make an effort, but then I thought what's the point, because I'm going to need to blow my nose in like 2 seconds and then I'm just going to look the same. So I've put my hair up because it is really hot outside even at night time. So we're gonna head out now. I think we're gonna go for some food. We're going to have a look at the lanterns, which is what Hoi An is quite famous for. I think we're going to go on one of the boats as well, where you put the lanterns into the river. Can't remember if I said, but the other thing that Hoi An is quite famous for is its tailoring industry. So you can basically get pretty much any clothes that you want custom made here, and apparently it's really cheap. I'm not too sure whether we're going to get anything made because we do leave here tomorrow, and also we are on a budget travelling, so even if it is cheap, it still might not be that cheap in terms of like budget. And also we just don't really need any extra clothes, so we might not get any made, but we might still go and have a look. I think Dylan also wants to watch the Formula 1 later if he can find somewhere that's showing it, because it's on tonight. Like the rest of Vietnam that we've seen, Hoi An really comes alive at night time. Like all of this was completely empty today.
Weird.
Suddenly all these people have just come out of nowhere,
feels like
and all these shops. We have stumbled across the famous Japanese bridge that we've actually been looking for and didn't know where it was. Nice view from the Japanese bridge. Dylan's photobombing everyone's pictures. We have crossed the bridge, now in this other part of the old town with lots of cute little shops. We have found a cute little place right by the river for food. We've both ordered Vietnamese food-ish. I ordered I ordered prawns with cashew nuts, which is technically more Thai food, I think, but Dylan is checking the F1 score, of course. Here is Dylan's sweet and sour chicken. How is it?
It's not sweet and sour like we know it at home.
Oh yeah, I was thinking it might not be. Here is mine. Looks so nice. I got loads of cashew nuts and loads of prawns actually.
That does look quite good.
Which is good value. It is now Monday. It is my birthday. I'll let you pause the video and guess how old I am. But today we have arrived in Da Nang. So I think I said earlier in the video, but Hoi An is about a 1 hour drive from Da Nang, and Da Nang is the only place nearby with an airport. So tomorrow we've got a flight out of Da Nang, so we decided to just stay here a night to make it a bit easier. So we got a taxi, 1 hour taxi. It was about £10 from Hoi An to our hotel in Da Nang. This hotel is so nice. I really wish that we had more time here because it's just what I need when I need to rest. As you guys can see, my cold has gotten worse, so I feel pretty horrible. So it's a great birthday so far. I'm happy to be abroad on my birthday. I just wish I felt better. Now we are just going to go for a walk in Da Nang. I'm really hungry, so hopefully find some food. We are just walking through Da Nang now. Our hotel is situated right on the river, which is really nice. I'm pretty sure we're heading towards Starbucks. Birthday Starbies. It's pretty late now, it's like 3 o'clock, so I think we're just going to get a sandwich there and then we'll have like a proper tea later. We don't want anything like too big now. But yeah, we are just back at the hotel now. I had a really bad nosebleed in Starbucks. Well, not really bad, but you can see how red my nose is. So we're just getting ready. We're going to go by the pool and go in the steam room as well, I think, because I think it'll really help my cold. Just getting ready now. I literally love this hotel so much. I can't believe I have to check out in the morning. I wish we could stay here for longer, but tomorrow we've got a flight to Ho Chi Minh City, and then after that we've got a flight from there to Bali, which is like quite a big flight, so we obviously don't want to lose our money on that, so we've got to get to Ho Chi Minh City. 2 years on the run, guys, that I've been this ill on my birthday. Last year we were meant to be in London for my birthday, but we had to come home early because we're both really ill, like this, like really bad cold. Can't believe it, 2 birthdays on the row. This is officially the nicest hotel we've stayed in. They've got robes and they're fluffy robes as well. I wish you could feel how soft they are. We've also been given these 2 vouchers for 200,000 dong each, which is quite a bit actually. We have just finished at the spa. I actually ended up having a treatment. So we went in the steam room and I feel like it did help my cold, but now I'm out again. It's come back. But I also had an Indian head massage. It was really good actually, I really enjoyed it. It was very relaxing. And now I'm gonna go for tea. We're just gonna go to the restaurant which is in our hotel. It's like a rooftop one. So hopefully it's nice. We have looked at the menu. Looks a bit fancy, but it is my birthday, so I made zero effort really, because what's the point when I'm not well. I've got on this skirt and this white top and then my hair up, so. Hello everyone, so I have risen from the dead, quite literally. We're now in Ho Chi Minh City, which used to be called Saigon, and it used to be the capital of Vietnam, but it no longer is. We've come to the War Remnants Museum, which is one of the main things to do here. It is obviously in remembrance of the Vietnam War, which I said earlier in this vlog, or in a previous vlog, I don't know a ton of stuff about the Vietnam War because we never learned it in school. I think you learned it in school, didn't you? But I'm still really interested to be here, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good museum. So we've just paid entrance. It was like £1 each to get in. On the outside we've got all these US Army tanks. We have just finished in the museum. We actually didn't get time to really see everything because it closed at 5, but I'd say we got a chance to see a lot of it. I didn't film too much in there because obviously it was quite upsetting, so I didn't want to show some of it on camera, but it was really good and I definitely recommend visiting if you're in Ho Chi Minh City. As we were coming out of the museum it started pouring it down with rain, so we just sat under shelter and we've called a grab to take us to Saigon Centre, which is like one of the biggest malls here apparently, just to get out the rain because obviously we don't want to be walking in the storm. Did you enjoy the museum?
Very good. Very deep.
Very moving.
That's the word, yeah. Very moving.
Only in Vietnam. Bikes mounting the pavement. The next morning we flew from Ho Chi Minh City to Bali, which is where I am now. We are actually in Bali for a month. So those vlogs are going to be starting really soon after this one because this is obviously the last Vietnam vlog. I do still have a cold, so don't mind my voice. So we only had one night and not even one full day in Ho Chi Minh City, and on top of that obviously I was really unwell with a cold, so I was pretty much wiped out for most of the day until I got up and went to the War Museum because I really didn't want to miss it, so I literally forced myself to get out of bed and go to it. It was just unfortunate that we had such a limited time in Ho Chi Minh City and in Vietnam as a whole because there was so much more to do that we didn't get a chance to. Even if we were feeling well, I think we still wouldn't have had enough time in Vietnam. So altogether we did about 10 nights in Vietnam, and we did squeeze a lot into that time because we did a few days in Hanoi, we did the cruise to Ha Long Bay, we did Hoi An, Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City, all in the space of 10 nights. So I think we did well to squeeze a lot into that time, but all the travelling from place to place probably didn't help when we weren't feeling well. Vietnam is actually pretty big. It's a lot bigger than I realised before we went there, and the distance between all those places was quite a way actually. Like getting from Hanoi to Da Nang was, I think it was an hour flight or a bit longer. From Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh City was an hour and a half flight, so I was actually debating whether or not to scrap this vlog and just not upload it and not finish it, but I decided to post it anyway, even though the content was probably not that riveting. But I wanted to show a reality of travelling as well, because something that doesn't often get shown in people's travel vlogs is like the negative sides of travelling. Obviously sometimes you do get sick. In my case I've been unwell quite a fair bit in the 2 months that we've been away now, but that's just a reality of travelling. It's just really unfortunate that we only had 10 nights in Vietnam, and pretty much the whole time there we were unwell, so it did spoil it a bit for us. So originally when we came on this trip, we were only going to be here for just under 2 months altogether. So we kind of had a plan of like 3 weeks in Thailand, 10 nights in Vietnam, and then like 2.5 weeks in Bali, then we go home. However, in Vietnam we decided that we're going to stay travelling for longer, but obviously we already had our flights booked. We had our flight from Thailand to Vietnam and our flight from Vietnam to Bali booked, and both of those are quite big flights, quite expensive flights. We didn't want to lose that money, can't really afford to lose it and then rebook it. So for that reason we did leave Vietnam, but I think had we planned it a bit different, if we had known that we were going to be staying out for longer and if we hadn't already booked those flights, we probably would have stayed in Vietnam longer and given it more of like a second chance when we were feeling better. So yeah, although our time in Vietnam was not great, now that we're looking back on it, we obviously know that that's just because we were unwell and we were just not enjoying it for that reason, not necessarily for Vietnam itself. So yeah, I definitely want to go back to Vietnam at some point and do all the things that we missed out, and also maybe redo some of the things that we did when we weren't feeling great and we didn't really enjoy it to the same level. So if you are planning a trip to Southeast Asia, I would definitely recommend spending a bit longer than 10 nights in Vietnam if you can. And if you are doing just 10 nights, maybe cut down your itinerary a little bit, because as I said, for us to see that many places in 10 nights when they're pretty much spread apart the whole country, it was quite a lot of travelling and it was a little bit too much in my opinion. So yeah, that is all for this vlog of Hoi An, Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh City, and this is the last Vietnam vlog because as I said, we are now in Bali. So get ready for the Bali vlogs, because honestly guys, Bali is something else. Like, I absolutely love it here already. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like and comment, because it does really help me out a lot. And if you're not already subscribed, I am posting new travel vlogs on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, as long as my Wi-Fi lets me do that. Also, I post a lot on my Instagram and my TikTok. I do have a separate travel Instagram as well if you want to follow that for more content. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon for the first Bali vlog.